today. From NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans taking on Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, so happy to be with you to kick off this much-anticipated 2021 season. With me in the booth as we begin our sixth season together is, of course, and we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Jacksonville offense getting ready to begin this first drive. And at the helm, the #1 overall pick back in April, Trevor Lawrence, the rookie out of Clemson.
And I just don't think there's any way to overhype Trevor Lawrence's impact at Clemson. How about these amazing numbers? Over 10,000 yards passing in his 3 seasons as a starter, a 90-17 touchdown interception ratio, and he even ran for 18 scores. Not to mention, won a national championship as a freshman and made the college football playoffs his other 2 seasons.
DJ Chark, the intended target, and now it's second down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Lawrence to Jones, first down, Jacksonville. Here's Lawrence. Sets up the screen to Robinson. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Every time I see James Robinson make a run, as we just saw there, one word comes to mind for me, and that's determined. Undrafted, out of Illinois State, always doubted, and all he did, finished 6th in the NFL in rushing. What a find he was in 2020, and he expects that to continue in 2021.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. He's got his tight end. It's Chris Manhertz. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 more there and another first down. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, Lawrence. There's Manhertz, the tight end. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Another completion there. You know, we think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something that justifies why you were taken #1. You're fine with that. If you don't play well, it can be an albatross.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The Texans ready to take over here on offense, and it's Deshaun Watson at the controls in his 5th season now in the NFL.
Another tremendous year in 2020 in the NFL with 4,000.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Lawrence. This is caught by Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
And I believe that that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. They are matching up this early. Now on 2nd and 16, Watson. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. after the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Well, if you pull up his college highlight reel, you will see no shortage of great throws, and here's one in his NFL debut for big yardage.
And this is going to be a big test early in his career. How accurate can he be on throws like this? If he keeps doing that, he's going to be just fine.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Robinson. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the run, it's Robinson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Eric Murray that time there to knock it away. The kick by Lambeau is good. And that will extend the lead to 11-0. So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
And now out comes Houston. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that. And then you got to make sure.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a dump off here complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. To throw again on second down, Watson.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the red zone now, Watson. And he'll get this underneath to David Johnson. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Again, it's Watson. Screen play, Johnson. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Watson on third down. He'll check this down to Johnson. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they get rid of the goose egg, but still trailing by 8. It's 11-3. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. And connecting here with DJ Shark. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On first down, Lawrence to Chenault on the slant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that'll extend their lead to 14-3. So just enough juice to get the 3, and I think that wind at the back helped a little bit there.
Certainly did, and to me that tells me that head coach knows his kicker and realized the wind was at his back. That's probably the outer limits of what he could make, and he knew the wind might be able to aid him and get that ball over the crossbar, and it did.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start out in Indy, Seattle in town for the season opener against Indianapolis. And it's the Colts who have the lead in the second quarter. Paris Campbell, a touchdown reception. Next, we'll stay in the AFC South as we fly through Kentucky and on down to Nashville to check on the Tennessee Titans. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. DeAndre Hopkins, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington football team at home at FedEx Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. A touchdown run there for Antonio Gibson. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people equals passing.
From the 24, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Throwing on third down, Watson. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold it for just a short gain.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. .39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up first and 10 at their 36-yard line. This is Chenault on the receiving end. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Zach Cunningham, league's leading tackler a year ago, in to make the stop. They run. Robinson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now Lawrence. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Malik Collins never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence, 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He wants it all for the end zone. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, instead of fourth down after the incompletion, it'll be first down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
3 yards remain for second down. And back to the ground, Hyde. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Lawrence will throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
And on first and goal, they decided to throw for it, but the coverage was excellent. And he kept holding the ball, hoping someone would shake free. Instead, he's hit and drop. And now, they're not even in the red zone anymore.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll run it now with Robinson. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Lawrence to throw. That caught by Manhurts. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Oh, hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. This one through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So the lead extended. I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you expressed yourself there. I think...
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and he goes out right around the 39. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. From the gun, here's Watson. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
On first down, Watson. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. He's got the hook up with Conley. 7 yards the pickup there. Working with a 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up second down. No, third down. To the air yet again, Watson. And that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Lindsey. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Phillip Lindsay. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And it's up through the goalpost. It's 17-10. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was capped off by a Phillip Lindsay touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Again, it's Robinson. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25 and whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Dances by him. I call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson and the Texans now trailing 17-10, a minute 44 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up. Here's Watson. He gets it left side to Johnson. Not much there, only a yard. Still 9 remaining on second down. Now Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. To throw, Watson. Caught here by Conley. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Watson to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup there. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Brandon, Defensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Jacksonville, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Houston, they go down to defeat here in the opener, and they'll try to get